Hi everyone, good morning. I'm doing my John Maxwell for today. And today is September the 23rd. It's Tuesday of a new week, almost the end of the month and almost the end of the year. I'm still looking for employment. I'm still reaching out to companies, organizations, the government, looking for my funding for my John Maxwell so I can set up something with the schools. I see that there's good things happening in South Africa. They're doing what the companies do here. They're setting up public-private partnerships so people can send their children to do an internship in a company, to learn in a company. And that's good. I would like to do my John Maxwell and leadership development in that region, in that area. I'm also praying that the war in the Congo doesn't flare up because that will affect the stability of the region. And the Congo war has been going on for a long time. They had supposed to have reached a peace deal, but I see the news is saying that it might flare up again. So please pray for that. Pray for peace and prosperity. And Eskom has also fixed a lot of the load shedding. It's still happening, but it's not as bad. So those of us who are here, what we do is we raise awareness, we try to help, we use our voice. And with the help from here, things change there. Grants go there, jobs go there. Unfortunately, I lost my job at Teleperformance because my job went to South Africa. So I'm looking for a new opportunity in an executive role, in an HR position. And if anyone knows of anything, please put my name forward. I do apply for jobs at Teleperformance in South Africa, but I haven't been selected for any of those. And I'll continue to apply. I'm looking for something where I can oversee things, where I can help to use my leadership skills, and where I can also use my John Maxwell to help others in the workplace. So for today, the Leader's Heart is looking at 3 questions for Christian leaders. And the scripture is Psalm 137, 1-6. By the rivers of Babylon there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? If you forget, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget its skill. If I do not remember you, let my tongue cling to the roof of my mouth. If I do not exalt Jerusalem above my chief joy. So in this psalm we can see that the great issues erupt from the psalm and the lyrics of the psalm. The writer dreams, the writer cries, and the writer sings. No wonder people wept. The Jews had been exiled to Babylon. No wonder they sang they could not forget Zion, the land of their birth. No wonder they dreamed, they hoped and prayed for the day of their return home. 3 issues pose great questions for every leader. What do you dream about? What would you do if you had no fear of failure? What do you cry about? What burdens drive you to become passionate? What do you sing about? What causes you to rejoice? And then you can take the answers and you can reflect what do your answers to the questions above reveal. Because the answers to those questions will reveal to you what your dreams are, what you cry about, and what you sing about. And that's the John Maxwell for today. I also posted that documentary on Boris Becker yesterday. Well, not a documentary, it's the interview he gave. I had seen an advert for it on Facebook, so I started watching it yesterday. And I think it's just, I wanted to raise awareness on that because I am a tennis fan. I like tennis. I followed Boris Becker when he first started playing, when he was 17, 18. And I'm just horrified at what they did, to be honest with you. I mean, because the thing is, for me, there are bankers, there are people who commit worse things than that. And I'm just horrified that they put him in jail for that. Because when you go into business, or when you go into sport, or you go into work for somebody, you expect, like he said, to have the right advisors around you. You expect to have people around you who are knowledgeable. We don't all have the same skills. I'm not a lawyer. Other people are not spiritual directors. So we rely on people to guide us, to help us. And I'm still horrified. I think for me, my head was just buried in focusing on my job search like it is now. So I didn't even know about his case. I didn't even know that he went to prison. I didn't know anything until I got my job at Teleperformance. All I did was sit at home and apply for jobs like I'm doing now. I had no social life. I didn't go anywhere. And that's from 2007 up to 2018. So I didn't know what was happening to him. If I did, you can rest assured I would have used my voice to defend him and to say, come on, he's a tennis player. But you can't change the past, like he said. But I think it's sad. The same thing happened to Elvis Presley. You have people around you that you trust. With him, it was his father and the colonel. And you trust them that, yes, this is going to go, they're going to look out for your interests. But they're not looking out for your interests. They're looking out for their interests. So I think when we love, we also have to learn from these people. And we also have to think about what's happening in our world and how we're using our voices, our time, our talents to change things. I'm happy for Teleperformance South Africa. The business has really taken off and the staff look happy. Looks like they're going out and they're helping in the community, which is good. I like to see that, because over here I really haven't had, I had 4 years at TD and then I had contract work. I wasn't allowed to get involved in the volunteering at Credit Suisse. And, you know, whatever I did, I had to do on my own. I had to apply for volunteer positions in the community through Canada's websites. And it's not as much fun as when you're doing it with your company or with others, and others are including you. It also makes it easier because then you can carpool, you can get to places, you can pool your funds, your resources. I had to do everything on my own. So am I complaining? Yes, I'm complaining, because it's hard when you have to do it all by yourself. And I was very disappointed when I lost my job at Teleperformance, because I liked working on Fanatics. It was one of the best campaigns I worked on. I didn't have to deal with people's sex preferences and masturbation and all of that. But it took a toll on me, because some of the people, they used to sit on the call for an hour. And then my scores got affected, my scores went down, my KPIs went down. And the supervisors used to say, oh, they like to talk to you, so just let them talk. So there's things like that you can't change. And like Boris Becker said, you can't change the past, but it's very hard. It's hard on our families. It's hard on the tennis community. What happened to me is hard on me. It's hard on my friends, my family. People can't believe what happened to me in Canada. They just can't believe it. And to be honest with you, neither can I. So I'm happy to see the business took off, and I do pray that it will continue to be successful there, and that the teams will continue to outshine everyone and make us proud, because those of us who are here, who are trying to get funding, who are trying to get incomes coming in, not just to get the grants into South Africa, are going through really tough times. So I would ask you to pray for us too, to pray for me, that I get the funding, I get the loans, and that I'll be able to do what I want to do, with teaching the leadership development in the schools and with skills training, and be able to travel to South Africa and that region. So that's the talk for today. I haven't finished watching that interview with Boris Becker. I haven't read his book, but I'm going to finish watching that today. And then I'm also planning to make, I like to have crackers, like I like salty foods. So I'm planning to make some rosemary and olive crackers with dill. Usually I buy them, but I want to try to make some. Since I'm at home, I might as well use the time creatively. So I'll make those crackers with dill, rosemary, and chives. And yeah, I mean, it's very hard when you don't have an income coming in. You use your money very sparingly to only get what you need, the absolute basics. And yesterday I went out, I got some eggs, some cheese, some tomatoes, and some chicken. And I use my things when I make a meal. I'll take one piece of chicken and combine it with vegetables and different things so it lasts me at least 2 or 3 days. And that's what you have to do when you're poor and when you don't have support to get the finances coming in. Somebody sent me $100 for my birthday from CIBC. Thank you for that, whoever you are. They didn't put their name, but the money went into my bank account. I'll use that to buy myself. I need to get some face cream. My oil of Olay is finished. So I used to use Clinique, but Clinique is too expensive. Now I have one night cream that I'm still using that I bought about 5 years ago. But I'll use my $100 to buy some oil of Olay. I need to get that, and also to get some groceries for myself. Because, yeah, everything is expensive and the cost of living is going up. So please pray for me, and if you know anybody that has their own financial business or that can help, Teleperformance in South Africa, I need you to push for me from there. I've tagged a lot of different places to show them what you're doing. The Carter Center, because I was invited to President Carter's memorial services. I don't know why they invited me, but I'm tagging them to show them that I am helping from here. Maybe they'll give you guys some money, or maybe they'll help me with funding so that I can do the leadership training. I've tagged Rotman because I tried to recruit for Teleperformance here from Rotman. I didn't get support for my initiatives with them. I tagged University of Toronto and Regis College, St. Michael's College, where I took my courses. And I've tagged Wits University and the alumni so that they can see what you guys are doing. I'm very impressed. I like it. I like the modeling. I like what you've done for Women's Day. I like that, because if you care about your employees and you get your employees involved and you treat them well, then they will give you that loyalty in return. So keep up the good work, Teleperformance South Africa, and pray for me to get the funding that I need. Pray that it will come through either WITS or the organizations I've approached or the companies. Mark Carney, I got an email. They said they can't help. So I don't have a foundation. That's the thing. Like when they give money to the One campaign, they have the foundations with Bono, and Bono's their friend. So he's not my friend. So I can't get any money. So pray that the Lord opens that for me. Just like some stranger gave me $100 for my birthday, maybe somebody will choose to do more and give more. Because I don't mind staying at home. I miss the social side, but I don't mind staying at home. I can stay at home and do this work. I'm quite happy to do it. Less stress, less drama.